Turn these into these. I am the Great British Chocolatier and you're watching Chocolate Plus. Hello and welcome to another episode of Chocolate Plus. My name is Mark, aka the Great British Chocolatier, and today we're going to be using dark chocolate and some pop rocks that I found in a store. Those are the candy that pop in your mouth, and I thought, why not put this with chocolate in a bar that's a breakaway bar that has 3 breakaway strips here. So I have 3 that I'm going to use to see how many it makes. These molds you can get from what's called the confectioneryhouse.com. I'll put the link down below. Not a sponsor, but if they want to, they're more than welcome to sponsor me. But I find their molds very sturdy. They're about $2.99 each, $1.99 each, depending on the sale that they have. And I think they're just great to use. Alright, first things first, we're going to be melting our dark chocolate. So as we know, this is the candy chocolate where they take out the cocoa butter and replace it with a veggie oil or palm oil. I think this is great tasting chocolate. It goes in the microwave for 30 seconds, 3 rounds of 30 seconds. And we're going to stir it each time. And we're going to see how, I have not made these before, but I remember Pop Rocks when I was a kid. These are strawberry flavor. And I'm actually going to mix it with a raspberry fruit powder. Not used this before in the chocolate, so I'm going to do half and half. Well, I'm going to probably just make one mold, a set of 4, and see how it goes. Because I think the powder, it says sweet and tart and sweet. It's going to seize up the chocolate just a little bit. So I'm going to just add it at the end. Okay, first round, as you know, not a lot of melting going on. There's just a little bit. But we want to stir it around to distribute that heat. And round 2 for 30 seconds. Okay, I also have these foils that I'm going to wrap in them. And so we got those, we got our Pop Rocks. You can use any flavor that you want. Because you do kind of taste the flavor, but with the chocolate it might not be as evident. But we're going to find out. So these are a good treat to make for your little ones, or for your older ones, or just for you. Alright, round 2. You see it's starting to melt a little bit more. And we're just going to stir around, and you're going to see it clump up. You're going to see it get stuck on the spoon. Don't worry about that. And we're going to knock as much as we can off, but don't worry if it sticks on the spoon or the fork, because it will come out. Round 3, like so. And so yes, this raspberry fruit powder. I saw it just for smoothies and desserts. I thought, why not try to put a bit in chocolate, giving it a raspberry fruity flavor. It might work, but we're gonna find out, and it's all part of the fun. So we have our molds here. Remember, you need to buff out the mold with a dry cloth, and really make sure that you buff it. Because as we've learned in the past, the chocolate can stick to the mold. Okay, this is round 3, and you see a lot of it's melted, but a lot of it's still chunky. So we're just going to stir around to distribute the heat. Now, if you find those chunks are not coming out, not dissolving, you can put it in the microwave for another 10 to 15 seconds. But we're just going to keep stirring, and you see a lot of them now starting to melt. Looks like it's going to need 10 seconds more, so let's do that. A little bit of a We've been having crazy hot weather for the last couple of weeks, up to 90 plus degrees. Today it's in the 80s. We got that what's left of that hurricane, what's it called, Debbie. So it's basically just rain and a lot of cloud. Ooh, almost did 30 seconds there. Alright, so that's good. So now I just got to get it off the spoon. So I don't have the air on today, so it's a little warm in here. And if you hear the noise in the background, I have the laundry dryer going on, I've got the dishwasher going. As you notice, some of the kids are home. So this is a good project if you want your little children that they can do, but my kids are older and they don't often want to participate in making chocolate. But that's the consistency that you want right there. If you saw there's a few lumps, so I'm just going to stir them in. So a little bit of patience never hurt anybody. And there you go, look at that, you know, nice stream of chocolate there is what you're looking for. So what we're going to do is add in this whole pop rock pack here. So just to show you, they're like little tiny rocks, and these are all pop rocks that they pop in your mouth. And if you've never had them, but I can hear them popping in the chocolate. So hopefully they won't all pop. But can you hear that? Oh, sorry. But there was some popping going on. So I'm going to do a few without the raspberry powder, just the pop rocks. And let's see. It's like a tablespoon. We're just going to push it over to the edges, like so. Because this particular mold, it might only make 8 by the looks of it. Alright. You're going to push it over to the edges. I'll show you. And then we're going to tap it out because we want to get all the air bubbles that are in there out. So that requires a gentle tapping. And it does one or two things. It helps get into all the corners and it gets into the crevices of the mold, but it brings all those air bubbles out. And as you can see, slowly the air bubbles, you see there some air bubbles are coming up. Alright, so that's good. Now we're going to add in the powder because it looks like it's only going to make 8 of these molds for one packet. So how much to put in? I don't know. But let's put in a tablespoon, a heaping tablespoon, and let's do 2. And there's the powder in there, and then this I think is going to seize up the chocolate a little bit. It might not. I've never put a powder in a chocolate before, and yeah, it's loose, but it's definitely thickened up a bit. And I don't want to put it in the microwave because it might set off the pop rocks. Or melt them. All right, so same thing as before. Let's put a tablespoon in each one. So this is going to be raspberry and strawberry. The pop rocks are strawberry flavor, and the powder is raspberry. Alright, so let's tap these out to make sure that they go in all the nooks and crannies in the mold. filling out. Don't worry about any excess here. It just means that piece would have extra chocolate. Alright, so that's good. A lot of the air bubbles are done. These two now go in the fridge for about 10 minutes. So for you it'll be a few seconds. In 10 minutes time this will be done and I'll be right back. See you in a bit. Okay, and we are back. I made an extra little one. Well, I made an extra one because there was stuff left in the bowl. So let's get these out. And as you can see here, you can see when they pulled away, it's darker here, that's when it's still attached. This one's completely detached. But you'll see, all they need is just a gentle. So I forgot, I should have marked which ones had the raspberry bits in and which ones didn't. So I'm going to keep these separate. And you see they formed a bit of a pattern on the top. This one definitely is the raspberry mixed in with it. And there you go. You've got a beautiful, I would say, 1/4 inch thick. This is a 3-piece breakaway. And since it's an extra one, I should have marked which ones was and which ones wasn't. So here we go. Nice snap there. If you see inside, you see the little rock pops that are in there. But before I eat it, I'm going to wrap some of these up in the foils. So these ones, I should face it down. And do the sides first. And I already see these are not big enough. So let's see if I can go diagonal. Because that's the trick. If you're wrapping something and I mean it covers it. So I won't do the rest because these are actually squares and I've used them for something else before. So, but we covered the back doing the diagonal. And that's a good tip. If you have a piece of wrapping tape and you're wrapping presents and it's not big enough, do it on the slant and it will cover the back completely. So there we go. So that's what it looks like when it's wrapped up in foil. I'm now going to taste this, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell. I'm going to presume this one is the raspberry one and these ones are just the Pop Rocks. So let's see. I feel the crunch from the top Pop Rocks, but they're not really popping. Tastes good though. So this was an experiment. So I didn't really taste the raspberry in there. So let's just do this one. This is just Pop Rocks. Well, I can taste the Pop Rocks flavour, which is strawberry, but the chocolate kind of overpowers it a bit. It just tastes crunchy. So Pop Rocks and chocolate don't pop. Tastes good, tastes crunchy. So this is our famous red bowl. Our famous red tray here. Just buff it out. lay these down like so. And there we have it. We have our Pop Rocks in dark chocolate with raspberry and just regular dark chocolate. Tastes great, fun thing to make with your kids, and a nice little treat for them to enjoy. So just saw it very simple to make. Took out of the waiting time, really just takes about 5 to 10 minutes, half an hour tops, including the fridge time. And you can make yourself a nice tasty treat to give to your kids. And I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment if you've got any questions, and I'll try to get back to you. So thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.